way that we work has changed, and where we work has changed, how we take calls, the technology we use, and so our habits need to change too. So let's talk about ways that you can work more efficiently in this new mobile hybrid work environment. This is the Tilde Pro headset from Orosound. And it's a really unique headset, so let's talk about it. We're going to cover the build quality. We're going to do a couple of sound comparisons between this and a few other headsets, and then we'll end on the recommendation of should you buy this headset, what is it good for, all of those kinds of fun things. So if you want to skip ahead to any part, there are going to be the little chapter markers in the bar below, so you can jump around as you need, but we're going to try to keep it short and sweet and jump right into it.
Let's talk build quality first. So this is the headset, right? Looks really like a standard headset, has a lot of really interesting things about it though. First off, price. This is a $400 headset. I think it's $399, but there'll be a link to it, I'm sure. I'll put one down there. But a $400 headset, so that's the standard that we're going to be evaluating this against, is this $400 quality? Now, first few things you'll notice about this headset is it has a nice soft band on the top, which is really important so that you actually are comfortable wearing this thing. It's got a button right on this side. Normally there'd be a little logo right here, that's a little magnetic thing that pops in and out. In the month that I've been using this heavily, I lost that, and I think a lot of people probably are. So you pop that off because the main claim to fame for this headset is that it is a modular headset. So right now these are, of course, over the ear cups. If you want, you can swap these out. You can pull them off and put on ear cups if that's your preference. Likewise, if you just want to listen to music, go like this. If you're going to use it though more for work and or gaming, there's a little boom mic attachment that just magnetically attaches right like so. Has really nice feel and resistance to it when you move it up and down, as well as giving you a mute button right on the side of the headset itself. And that's where I lost my little pieces in the time that I was using the mic. I misplaced it. So this is kind of con or critique one. There are going to be a couple along the way here, but not too many, honestly. It would have been nice to see a dedicated little pocket in the case just for that piece so you don't lose it. Right now I had it tossed in the larger mesh pocket, which also had the instructions and the charging cable and things like that, and I'm sure it fell out somewhere. It might even be in the bottom of my bag, so I'm going to look for it, but that would be a nice to have thing, but it's a very minor criticism, right? The next thing that's interesting about this is Orosound is a French company that has devoted a lot of time to audio quality around active noise canceling. So they claim to have really good active noise canceling. Using this on flights and in some, like crowded areas, coffee shops, things like that. I can say it has good noise canceling. I would say it's on par with the level of, I've got a pair of Sony V3, whatever the number is for their over-the-ear ones. And I'd say it's on par with that. So it's good active noise canceling. I wouldn't say it's better than the rest of the industry, but it's definitely on par, and you're not going to be disappointed with it. Now for adjustment for fit, these slide in and out like so. So you've got quite a bit of adjustment. The cups rotate so they can fold completely flat, and you can hold them like so, nice and comfortably. If I go like that, you can see you can get a nice good fit on it, and then when you want to take a call, you just take your boom mic, clip it in, and away you go. So that's really, really nice. Now that we've talked about build quality a little bit, we're going to jump into sound. So how we're going to do this voice, really, because I can't have you listen to these and really hear it, I can just tell you they sound good, but what I can do is talk in them so you can hear the call quality. We're going to do a couple things because I think it's going to be fun. We're going to first do the boom mic, which you already heard in the intro. That was all using the boom mic and just recording straight into OBS. No processing, just straight in. So I'm going to do a little clip with the boom mic. Then I'm going to take the boom mic off and do a clip of these without it because they do have microphones for taking calls without the boom. And then I'm going to switch to a few other devices so you can compare. So I've got my pair of Sonys, I've got Beats by Dre, I've got my Voyager, Plantronics, Poly, whatever you want to call it. I've got my Jabra Evolve 85.2, I think it is. 85 Evolve 2 or whatever they're numbering. And then I've got my Plantronics Savi 8200, which is a desk phone, so it's not a fair comparison because it's got a base station, all that good stuff. But that'll give you a wide variety. And then I was thinking, might even throw in a pair of Pixel Buds so you can really compare, earbuds to over the ear ones to dedicated call, and see which one you like best.
Now, this is the audio coming straight out of the Tilde Pro, going into OBS with no filters or any processing on it, just some leveling so that everything's about the same volume. And as you can hear, pretty clear, definitely worthwhile for calls, people can understand you. So now let's switch and I'll take the boom mic off and we'll go into the headset without the boom mic. All right, this is the Tilde Pro without the boom mic, so this is using the onboard microphones, not the external one. Yeah, you can give it a listen, see if it matches up to your expectations if you have to take an emergency call where you don't have this guy with you or you just don't like it. So that gives you a general idea. Let's now jump into one of the over-the-ear ones. We'll go with the Beats Studio next. All right, so these are the Beats Studio 3 headset. Obviously, they're not really meant for calls per se. They're more of an over-the-ear. They do have nice sound quality. They're very comfortable. So if you pick a pair of these up used for listening to music, you're in good shape. But do you really want to do work calls on them? Plus, do you really want to have this be the look when you're on a work call? I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. But anyway, that's what they sound like in comparison to the Tilde Pro. All right, let's jump into the Sony headset next. So these are the Sony WH-1000XM3. A little bit older, but they have active noise canceling. You can pick them up for a good deal. And they have really nice audio quality, but I found I personally don't really like taking calls on them too much. If you have to in a pinch, it'll work. Do you really want to? Probably not. But hey, you do what you got to do. So with that, that's the Sonys. Now let's jump into some of the more call-oriented headsets. So we'll go to the Voyager. I think this is the Plantronics Voyager or Plantronics 5200, something like that, little headset. All right, so now we're into more of the headset devices. This is the Poly 5200, I believe. It's connected to my computer using the Bluetooth dongle. So that's how it's going in that way, as opposed to Bluetooth, just because it was honestly easier for me to set it up this way. But you'll get an idea of how natural sounding it can be. Is it worth it? Is it not? Especially in comparison to the Tilde Pro. Okay, let's jump into a Jabra device. All right, this is the Jabra Evolve 265 mono ear version. They make it in a dual ear and all that. And I just have to say one thing about these Jabras that I do really, really love. They have one of the best features ever, which is when you take this boom mic and you move it up like so, it automatically mutes you, which is fantastic for when you're doing a work call, just being able to really quickly mute and unmute. And then by having it up, you remember if you're on mute. That is one of the best features you can have. But that gives you an idea of the natural soundingness that comes out of a Jabra headset. This is connected to my computer via the USB-C dongle, so they call it the Jabra Link, I forget the number. And then it's recording straight into OBS. That's what all of the audio that you've been hearing so far is recording straight through into OBS, is the recording the video and the audio at the same time. So the last one that we're going to jump into is I'm going to do the Pixel Buds. These are the Series A, and we'll see how they sound. Okay, so this will be our last sound comparison. These are the Pixel Bud Series A earbuds. I'm really excited to try out the Pixel Bud Pro when they come out in July here. But this will give you an idea of, like, these are your
carry it in your pocket, listen to music, throw it in when you need to do a call quick. But obviously, they don't have a boom mic, so I wouldn't expect them to have as good a sound. But hopefully, they work in a pinch, and you can use them.
Just kidding. Forgot I was going to do the Savi 8200. So this is my, like, I forget how much. It's stupidly expensive desk headset that has range and all kinds of fancy features for at your home system. It's obviously not a fair comparison because this is a dedicated, meant to be like a call center quality headset. But still, I think it's an interesting comparison to be able to hear the audio coming from one of these compared to the other Bluetooth devices, the Tilde Pro, the Sony WH-1000 MX3s, the Beats Studio 3, the Google Pixel Buds, the Poly Plantronics 5200 / Voyager, because those are about the same thing, Voyager Legend. I forget the names on that one, but you know it, you saw it. As well as the Jabra Evolve 2 65. Okay, now let's jump into the final thoughts and recommendation on this Tilde Pro.
Now let's talk about my overall impression of this guy. Is it worth $400? And it's really interesting because this is a jack of all trades headset, meaning my Sony ones, I'd say, have better sound quality, but they're much worse at taking voice calls. Then I have headsets like this guy, which is the little Plantronics Voyager. I've got a Jabra Evolve, and those are better at calls, I would say, and maybe more convenient for the size and things, but they suck for music. So what you get with this headset is a headset that has good quality sound, so you're not going to be disappointed listening to music or podcasts or just using them as headphones. But then it also has good quality for the audio when you throw the boom mic on. So it gives you one device that can handle multi-purpose use. Whereas before I would have to carry my over the ears and I'd have to carry a headset and all those things. Now I can just have one. And so is it going to be the best quality sound? No. But is it going to be really good? Yeah. Is it going to be the best quality call? No. But is it going to be better than your alternatives for that? Absolutely. So that's where I think this fits in. It's more for the person who wants one device as your main daily driver. This is a great option, and I would highly recommend it. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope it was informative and maybe helped you make a decision. We'll catch you in the next one.